आंसर्स आपको पता चल गए होंगे, ठीक है। सो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस 40 मार्क्स पेपर. So we start from 2 marks question. Define parsec, define light year, show 1 parsec is these many meters. So according to the definition of 1 parsec, it is the distance at which an arc of length 1 AU subtends an angle of 1 second. So according to this definition, you had to find the value of parsec in meter. Theta is equal to L by R. Length of arc you should have taken 1 AU, 1 astronomical unit, and put its value 1.496 into 10 raised per 11 meter divided by angle of 1 second. 1 second is 4.85 into 10 raised per minus 6 radian. So after solving this, you could have got 1 parsec is 3.08 into 10 raised per 16 meter. So to my surprise, the second part is not done by many students. Definitions are okay, but the second part was not okay. You could have done by this method also. 1 parsec is 3.26 light year, then put the value of 1 light year in meters, multiplying you get this 3.08 into 10 raised by 16 meter. But hardly any student has followed that method even. Second question, assuming mass of largest stone that can be moved by flowing river depends only on velocity v, density d of water, and acceleration due to gravity, show that m varies with 6th power of velocity of the flow. This question is mostly correct. All the students, they have done mostly correct. Main problem was in this question, question number 3, show that vector addition is commutative. Some students, they have proved that dot product is commutative. Addition was asked, not product. Okay, so you had to prove a vector plus b vector is equal to vector b plus vector a. Okay, so this is not possible by taking any other shape. Two triangles separately you are taking, that is not required. You have to take a parallelogram. Okay, you are having two vectors represented by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Then since it is a parallelogram, this will also represent vector b, this will also represent vector a. Analogically, join this diagonal. Okay, then apply triangle law of vectors to this part of the triangle first. So according to this, vector r is vector a plus vector b. If we apply triangle law to this triangle now, to the other triangle, now vector r is vector b plus vector. So comparing equation number 1 and equation number 2, you get a plus b is equal to b plus a. Okay, so this was commutative property of vector addition. So you have to consider addition, not multiplication. All right. Sharing the next question. The force required to just move a body up an inclined plane is double the force required to prevent the body from sliding down. Find the coefficient of friction. Again, sine theta plus mu cos theta is equal to twice mg sine theta minus mu cos theta. So from here, after solving, you could have got mu is equal to tan theta by 3. So mu is equal to tan theta divided by 3. Okay. Going to share next question. Derive Kepler's second law using the geometrical meaning of angular momentum. Okay, so in this question, it was of 2 marks only, so you need not derive that formula that aerial velocity dA by dt is L by 2m. You need not derive this because this question was of 2 marks, but you should have told what is Kepler's second law. Kepler's second law is dA by dt is a constant, aerial velocity is a constant, and how you had to prove? By proving L is a constant. So you had to prove in planetary motion how angular momentum is constant. So I told you gravitational force is a radial force. So in the case of radial forces, torque is always 0. So since torque is 0, tau is equal to dl by dt, that is 0. So angular momentum is a constant. So angular momentum is a constant here. So you had to discuss this. ये फॉर्मूला चाहे आप प्रूव नहीं करते पर ये डिस्कस करना चाहिए था, ठीक है. Then after this sixth question, why does a wrench have a longer arm? Most of the students are getting 1.5 out of 2 in this question. What is the reason? आपने टॉर्क का नाम ही नहीं लिया. टॉर्क यहाँ पे कंपल्सरी थी आपको मेंशन करना. You have told that yes, torque force required to rotate the screw is less if we are having a longer arm. तो एक तो ये फॉर्मूला रिक्वायर्ड था, tau is equal to rf sin phi. तो r ज्यादा होने से टॉर्क ज्यादा है, टर्निंग इफेक्ट ऑफ फोर्स इज मोर. आपने टॉर्क का नाम ही नहीं लिया है तो एटलीस्ट ये उसी के ऊपर बेस्ड है. साइंटिफिक प्रिंसिपल बिहाइंड दिस क्वेश्चन इज टॉर्क, तो उसका मैंने हाफ मार्क डिडक्ट किया, ठीक है. देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 में सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम थी रेजिस्टेंसेस का जो क्वेश्चन. इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 ये भी अब आपके कोचिंग वाले क्वेश्चन ही हैं. ये आंसर गलत है वहां पे आपका पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन का. अगर 2 रेजिस्टेंसेस हैं सीरीज में पैरेलल में, यू हैव टू फाइंड एरर इन ईच केस and you have to express the answer in the same form as the resistances, individual resistances are given to you. Okay, so let me note the values. Resistance series वाला तो सबका ठीक है, पैरेलल वाले में अब आंसर लिखिए. सभी का 0.78 0.78 0.78 आ रहा है. तो ये मैं आपको एक बार बता दूं. R1 R2, R1 is given 2.0 plus minus 0.10 ohm and R2 is 12.3 plus minus 0.2 ohm, है ना. ओके, अब सीरीज में तो सिंपली दिस विल गेट एडेड और एरर भी ऐड हो जाएगा. तो सीरीज का तो आपका करेक्ट है 14.3 प्लस माइनस 0.3 ओम. बट इन केस ऑफ पैरेलल आपका फॉर्मूला है आफ्टर टेकिंग एलसीएम R1 R2 over R1 plus R2. So delta RP over RP, fractional or relative error in parallel will be, it is product of R1 and R2 and divided by this third term R1 plus R2. Okay, these errors will get added up. There are 3 terms on the right hand, so 3 errors will get added up. You know, relative errors will get added up in case of multiplication or division. Okay, then after putting in the values, point 1 ये आप टैली कर रहे हैं ना, इसलिए मैं सॉल्व कर रही हूँ. आपका जो आंसर है, जो भी आपने डेल्टा आर स्क्वायर डेल्टा आर ओवर आर स्क्वायर करके किया है, फिर भी आंसर तो करेक्ट आना चाहिए था ना. Following the rules of significant figures, you must have done this. ठीक है, तो इसको रूल्स को फॉलो करेंगे. तो in point 2 there is one significant figure, so we will write it 0.0. So this is 0.09. But we have found delta R over R. We need delta R only because the way we have expressed RS, okay, same way we have to express this form R plus delta R form. So take this R on that side. ठीक है, ये जो R है इसको इस साइड पे ले जाइए. तो वो R तो आपने निकाल ही है, वो भी कहीं हमने 17.2 लिखा हुआ है. ठीक है, then your answer comes out to be 0.15. 0.15 या आप उसको सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर के अकॉर्डिंग 0.2 दे देते तब भी ठीक होता. तो ये आपका आंसर है इसका. सो 1.72 प्लस माइनस 0.15 या 0.2 ohm, that was your answer of parallel combination within error limits. 8th क्वेश्चन हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है, tan स्क्वायर अल्फा और 1 ये आना था आपका. ठीक है, 9th क्वेश्चन, What is meant by banking of roads? Discuss the motion on a rough banked circular road. Rough means friction had to be taken into account. So those students who have ignored friction, उनका 1 mark गया यहाँ से, ठीक है? Derive E is equal to delta mc square. How is energy being converted into mass in pair production? Those students who have derived this derivation with the help of binomial theorem, उनको भी 2 पूरे marks मिल गए, because I told you this method is okay for 2 marks. So because 1 mark part was something else, how is energy being converted into mass in pair production? अब ये आंसर भी पढ़ के सुनाने वाला है. ये जो आंसर बच्चों ने लिखा हुआ है, हाउ इज एनर्जी बीइंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू मास इन पेयर प्रोडक्शन, इसका भी आंसर बड़ा वेग सा है, जबकि आपने उसमें क्या करना था कि गामा रे फोटोन दैट इज इक्वल टू इलेक्ट्रॉन प्लस पॉजिट्रॉन. So you could have calculated using E is equal to mc square the energy, total energy. All right. So इसमें भी बड़ी बुकिश सी लैंग्वेज है, बहुत ही अनकॉमन सी लैंग्वेज है जो हो नहीं सकती. So you think upon it. All right. This was question number 10. What is Aditya Malhotra writing? When an energetic gamma ray photon falls on a heavy substance, it is absorbed by some nucleus of the substance, and its energy gives rise to production of an electron and positron. So h nu is equal to positron plus electron. So this is okay, this is fine. The energy is converted into mass because particles, electrons and positrons, they are the forms of matter. 11th, define escape velocity. How high can a mass go when sent up vertically with a velocity half of escape velocity? तो escape velocity की definition तो clear है, but वो formula जो आपको I think I'm sure कि आप derive भी नहीं कर सकते हो, वो use करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. Here the equation was the law of conservation of energy. So energy on the surface minus gmm by r plus half m v square. V is given half of escape velocity, whose value you know 11.2 kilometer per second. You could have substituted, is equal to at that height minus gmm by r plus h. They are asking what is that height? How high can a mass go when sent up vertically with a velocity half of escape velocity? So this was the equation and h you were supposed to find from here. We have done 2-3 numericals from the exercise just based on this same formula. Okay. Question number 12 was A part, can the center of mass ever lie outside the material of object? ये ठीक है, रिंग जैसे कि वो मटेरियल के बाहर होता है, तो yes था इसका आंसर, no नहीं था. B, what happens to duration of the day as ice on the polar cap of earth melts? As ice melts, moment of inertia increases, angular speed decreases. So omega is 2 pi by t, time period increases. So duration of the day increases according to law of conservation of angular momentum. C part was express relation between torque and angular momentum. Only relation was required. Tau is equal to dl by dt. Express the relation. It was not written that derive the relation. So this is the problem with your time management. You don't read the question properly. आप इसको prove करने बैठ गए. 1 mark में proof की जरूरत नहीं है. Now we come to descriptive type questions. I am going to share descriptive 5 marks questions. Yes. Calculate E for perfectly elastic collision. Calculate E, coefficient of restitution for perfectly elastic collision. So this is not sufficient for 2 marks that you just write E is equal to V2 minus V1, U1 minus U2, and you say that in elastic collision V1 is equal to U2 and whatever, ये put करके आप बोल दो कि E is equal to 1. This is just of 1 mark. आपको याद है कि ये हमने डेरिवेशन की थी इलास्टिक कोलिजन इन 1 डायमेंशन. सो अप टू दिस पॉइंट वेयर यू प्रूव आफ्टर यूजिंग लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ काइनेटिक एनर्जी, देन यू डिवाइड द थिंग्स, तो आपकी इक्वेशन आ जाती है ऑटोमेटिकली. तो वो 1 के इक्वल आ जाता है. सो अप टू दैट पॉइंट यू हैड टू फाइंड, यू वर नॉट सपोज टू फाइंड फाइनल वेलोसिटीज, बट यहां तक आपको प्रॉपर बिगिनिंग से करना था. जस्टिफाई लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी व्हेन एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज थ्रोन वर्टिकली अप. अब इसमें भी बहुत बच्चों ने मार्क्स लूज किए हैं, उन्होंने फ्रीली फॉलिंग का आर्टिकल कर दिया. ठीक है, आप जिस ऑर्डर में जा रहे हो ए बी सी, उसी ऑर्डर में आपने एनर्जी प्रूव करनी है, एंड दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू mgh. आपने जब थ्रो किया विद सम इनिशियल वेलोसिटी तो आपकी एनर्जी आती है हाफ mu स्क्वायर. तो एट ईच एंड एवरी पॉइंट आपको हाफ mu स्क्वायर के इक्वल प्रूव करना है. इक्वल टू mgh वो हम करते हैं फ्रीली फॉलिंग ऑब्जेक्ट में, और आपने ऑर्डर भी उसका वही लेना होता है जिस ऑर्डर में ऑब्जेक्ट जा रही है. फ्रीली फॉलिंग में आपने नीचे लेना था, वर्टिकली अप में आपने उसी ऑर्डर में जाना था. ये मैंने आपको क्लास में भी बताया था जब आपको ये पढ़ाया गया था. 14th क्वेश्चन ए पार्ट, जिसमें मैक्सिमम मिस्टेक्स हुई हैं आपकी. आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर. यस, इफेक्ट ऑफ रोटेशन ऑफ अर्थ फॉर्मूला भी आपको दे दिया पहले. g dash is g minus r omega square cos square lambda. You know lambda is latitude. Find value of g at the equator. इक्वेटर पे जस्ट यू नीड टू नो द एंगल, वैल्यू ऑफ एंगल एट द इक्वेटर. लैम्डा इज 0 डिग्री. तो व्हेन यू पुट cos स्क्वायर 0 डिग्री, cos 0 इज 1, so you get g dash is equal to g minus r omega square. so g में से कुछ माइनस हो रहा है, मैक्सिमम फैक्टर माइनस हो रहा है, so this g is minimum at the equator. तो ये आपको कमेंट करना था. so g is minimum at the equator and at the poles lambda is 90 degree. Because latitude is the angle made by a place on earth with equator of earth. तो जब वो प्लेस हम पोल्स पे ले रहे हैं तो वो एंगल 90 डिग्री हो जाता है. cos 90 is 0, तो आपका g dash इक्वल टू g आएगा. What happens if earth suddenly stops rotating? इसमें ओमेगा 0 पुट करना है आपने. In the same formula put omega equal to 0. So you will get g dash is equal to g again. So g will again become the same. कई बच्चों ने बहुत ही प्योर आंसर लिखा है कि weights of objects will increase to their normal values. So I'm happy कि they are writing what they understood. ठीक है, their answers are not copied. B part, at what height from the surface of earth will the value of g become 40% of its value on the surface of earth? पहली बात तो ये है कि यहाँ पे बाइनोमियल वाला एक्सप्रेशन नहीं लगना. g dash is equal to g into 1 minus 2h over r यूज नहीं होना था into g. यहाँ पे यूज होना था g dash over g is r square over r plus h square. क्योंकि g जो है इतनी कम नहीं हो रही है. h should be very very less in comparison to r. Only then we apply binomial theorem. यहाँ पे वो केस नहीं है. ठीक है, तो मैक्सिमम बच्चों का ये भी आंसर बहुत ही आराम से हो गया ये क्वेश्चन. g dash is 40% of g, 40 by 100 of g, 2 by 5 of g. So g dash हमने निकाल लिया. I have given half mark for this part only. Then g dash over g is r over r plus h square. So 2 by 5 g gets cancelled. ये आपको solve करना है. And some students they get into complicated calculations. ये इसको पता नहीं क्या क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके स्क्वायर ओपन करके करते हैं, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. Invert both sides, r plus h and take the under root on the other side. Under root 5 by 2. Then write 1 plus h over r. We have done these kinds of questions already in the class. So h over r. यहाँ से h this into. और आफ्टर सॉल्विंग द आंसर बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से बच्चों का आराम से निकल आया. 3.72 into 10 raised per 6 meter. This was the answer. Yes, if you have any other doubt, क्वेश्चन पेपर हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है, तो कोई डाउट है तो